Do I say corny or do you say corny?
You wrote it. Welcome to Divine Purpose Podcast with your host, Daniel and
Patrice Myers. In this podcast, you will be introduced to the 3 C's.
Comedy, Conversations, and Community. Join the discussion with fellow entrepreneurs, community activists,
with our major focus on the beauty of family in our community. Episodes drop every Tuesday. Whether inspirational or ratchet, all conversations have a divine purpose. So do I say corny or do you say corny?
we got to talk about the
Vax that thing up.
vax that thing up. So we got an icebreaker.
You back up. Your volume's up.
Yeah. We like to start our shows out with an icebreaker.
Oh, somebody else just said something else.
And with the icebreaker, we have
Hey, Rena.
the icebreaker. We're talking about Juvenile, Juvie the Great. First off, we want to shout out a good friend and brother, Trip Simpson. He got a podcast, Straight Talk No Chase.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Straight Talk No Chase podcast. And
The spinoff is Black Celebrities Are Trash.
Hashtag Black Celebrities Are Trash.
Yes.
It was interesting. It was interesting. I thought it was real funny. Trip is my man, so, we go back like fucking old school Cadillacs.
So let's get into Vax that thing up.
Vax that thing up, man. We're going to do a clip of the podcast. Go check it out. You can find it on that Straight Talk No Chase YouTube channel.
All right, everybody can hear now.
Yeah. So let's go to that. And then we're going to break that shit down.
All right, back.
As an icebreaker.
All right, let's do this.
I'll start twerking.
Don't start twerking.
Why not?
How could you?
If you want to have sex, then
All right, bear with me real quick while I get this shit together. Okay. All right.
Oh, we're back again.
Here we go. Let's get it. Show this video. This is fucking ridiculous, dude. Awful.
I just realized this was the old.
Look how they looping the video.
Listen to this. Sorry.
Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine. We can do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm the mate chat. Download the app.
And now, Mr. Wallace. It
Eggplant emoji. You could be the young hot thing, I'll be the OG.
All right, here comes the worst part. Mia X's part is the absolute worst. This is the worst part and the funniest. Here we go. You got nurses out here twerking.
They had a nurse twerking.
Yo. So the icebreaker today.
Yeah.
I wanted the icebreaker to be a little light today. I wanted to just get your views on first off the vaccination, and two, the promotion behind getting vaccinated.
I think I'm gonna talk strictly about vax that thing up.
Vax that
Thing up.
Okay.
Because I definitely was over here lightning.
Yes. See, you used to, every time you hear that beat, you used to doing that.
Yes.
That's why
drop,
they did that.
Drop. Vax. Do we say vax?
Vax.
Vax it like it's hot. Vax it like it's hot. But if you hot, can you get the vax if you got COVID?
He said,
Well, that was the whole point.
go get the shot.
Go get the shot. Go get the shot.
That's the worst part.
So basically, we got Trip right here in the building. He is the man behind motherfucking. He is the engineer behind the scenes, and he also is the man behind hashtag Black celebrities are trash. So let's talk about that right now as an icebreaker.
Black celebrities are trash.
That specific one.
Oh, the vaccine. I mean, listen, when I saw that shit, first of all, Juvenile is one of my favorite rappers. 400
You
Degrees,
should listen to 400
Soldier
Degrees
Rags.
all
I
day.
mean, up until last week, I was still playing that shit in my car.
Until last week.
But when I saw this 50-year-old man sell out his community to this, I mean, if you're going to sell out the community, at least be like Jay-Z, put on a suit. You know what I mean?
This is not the Black Celebrities is Trash podcast.
I'm just saying, this was the most ratchet. This was a slap in the face.
It was. So, but some people on the other side of that might say Juvenile was just got a check and he just wanted to advertise.
That's exactly what he did, get a check.
Yeah.
He definitely got a check. He definitely needed some assistance, which meant that he was like, sure, I'll create the song. Vax that thing up.
So, but
I got you.
in the show, Trip says the fact that he's 50 years old, he should be in a better position to where he didn't have to do a fucking commercial like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you try? Is that what it was?
It's that, and it's also like we can't fall for the same trick twice. These are the same jokers that they use to usher in the age of materializing rap with the Hummers and the bling bling and all that shit. And they come to find out none of that shit was real that they had on. It was all fake.
Right.
And they were rented cars. But they tricked everybody into being ballers and wasting their money.
Right.
So, I mean, what are they trying to do with this?
So do you think they tricking everybody into getting a shot?
Well, I think most of us are smart enough to see that this is some nonsense. But some people, I guess some people are dumb enough to go out and...
Some people have got the shot, though. It's almost like either you got it or you didn't.
It's no disrespect to nobody that got the shot, though.
No,
but it's just, if this is what it takes for you to get the shot, then I'm disrespecting you.
Yo, god damn.
Nah, I think this is really, really sad Like, it reminds me of the ABC specials that used to come on after school, where they say you say no to drugs. I think that I am concerned with the extent that they are going to make sure that we are vaccinated. There's nothing else that is being offered to us this serious. There's no reparations, no laws being passed, but
Vax that thing up. But you're right. That's exactly what it is. And I think that's what Tripp is trying to portray. I actually like the show. The second one you did was about Tiffany Haddish. I fuck with Tiffany Haddish. I had different views about what you said on that one, but I think what you're doing is good. Just don't be one of them niggas that just tear down black people all goddamn day.
Hold on. Can I respond?
he's not tearing down black people.
I know.
I'm just trying to show you who is responsible for the wave, like this frequency that we're on right now.
Okay.
This ignorance. Like, this woman is literally used to portray what they actually think of black American women. Tiffany Haddish is what they think.
Here's what they think about you.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's what you're saying. So that's what the show is about. So how can people find the show, and what is the show about?
The show is just basically about shedding some light on how these people are being used to infiltrate our culture and to keep the stereotypes going.
Got it.
And, to dumb us down. You can find us on Straight Talk, on the Straight Talk No Chase Network, on YouTube, or Straight Talk No Chase on Facebook.
My man. So
All right.
that's the icebreaker. Appreciate you, my brother. Funny looking ass nigga. I can't wait till them motherfucking celebrities come and fire your ass up, boy. It's coming. But I like what you're doing.
Lawyers on deck.
So now we can get into the show. Yeah. And the topic is, are women fit to be wives? How do we come about this show?
Watching one of my favorite podcasts, Kev on Stage and Miss Kev on Stage, the Love Hour podcast.
Okay.
One of the clips that they have is in reference to, are you fit to be a wife? It comes based off of multiple topics that they discussed that day. Right. But we want to run it to show exactly what they're talking about.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
We're often teaching women how to show up as better wives. And we're not teaching men how to show up as better husbands. So all of these conferences, all of these workbooks, all of these experts, their target audience are single women.
And let me tell you why. Because you're not going to get a whole bunch of single men to buy this stuff.
Right. And
so
I get that.
Women to buy it. So you're going to create the market that you want to buy the stuff, and you create for them. If there was a market in getting single men to want to be better, people would do it. But there ain't no money in that, so they'd be like, man, hush.
Can I say it? Can I say it how I feel it?
Say it how you feel it, pal.
It's predatory.
Ooh.
It is predatory to capitalize on the feelings of single women who we have socialized to aspire to marriage and exploit those feelings for profit. It is predatory.
So, she dropped the
Drops mic.
So what do you think off of that clip? This is about a minute clip from the Love Hour. What do you think about that?
I believe that she's absolutely correct. One of my concerns is that there is not enough courses, podcasts, help, I don't know, the gurus that are actually talking to men about how to be fit and great husbands. The weight of a marriage seems to always be on how fit the wife is.
Okay.
And it's never really on the man to come in and learn how to be a husband. I would like there to be equal teachings or lessons or conversations with men and women about how to show up as your best selves.
Okay. So you heard that from that. And what I heard from that was a lot of single women are getting their advice from the same sources that are doing nothing but marketing to single women. And if your market is single women, all they're going to do is tell you what you think you want to hear, that a man wants to hear, and ultimately all you're going to do is stay a single woman. And I think what Melissa was saying is being predatory is because they're not teaching these women how to be wives. All these polls of the 10 best things that your man wants to hear, or all this shit that comes from like magazines and bloggers, and most of them are women or homosexual men that don't understand the viewpoints of a real man. So I think a lot of women remain single, not because men don't know how to be men a lot of times, but because the sources that they're getting are the sources that from feminine energy.
Okay. I definitely did not get that point from there. I definitely did not get that point from there. But that is definitely a good perspective. I feel like, we are being trained to be women or wives by men, specifically men who are looking to gain something from us. Really what it is that men like to teach. Men want to be the ones to introduce us to stuff, tell us things, and they like the attention that is received from all the women who are hanging on to their every word to teach them something. Right. And I don't think that, I honestly don't think sometimes the advice is bad. I don't feel that way.
You mean like from like Essence and stuff?
I don't feel like any of the advice is bad. I feel like if you are not with the right partner, then no advice that you get on how to have a great relationship is going to work.
I have a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. Let's just put it out there. Because I didn't see that whole clip. I just saw the minute clip. Who was she talking about?
Oh, she was talking about Derek Jackson on that episode.
I totally agree with her.
Talking about what Derek Jackson is. Yeah. You get these type of...
I think that's his name.
Derek Jackson, that motherfucking buff-ass nigga that was teaching women...
Cheating on his wife.
What type of man they should have, but it's cheating on their wife and da-da-da-da-da. So it's like when you get that type of situation going on, a lot of... Like he was followed by a lot of women, and it led the discussion into where single women are getting their advice from to have single or to have married or the aspiration to be married. She was saying it's predatory to prey on women, but I'm saying like women are looking towards men. Are looking towards these sources that are not men, and that's why they continue to be single.
Like I said, I definitely understand your perspective with that. I get that, but I feel like I said, even Kevin Samuels, even though he gets on my last nerve sometimes, but some of the points that he makes are very valid. But again, if you don't have the right mate to actually try the tactics that he's telling you to do to be a high value woman, it doesn't matter. So the point is if a woman comes to you with these lessons like this, and they're ready to give you what was taught to them, but you haven't learned nothing about what it means to be a husband outside of having a job. It's so much more than that. It's emotional vulnerability that needs to be there. And so we only focus on the woman showing up and cleaning and being respectful and giving head even when you're mad and all these other little things that women have to do in order to make the marriage work. So what do you have to do to make the marriage work besides go to work? Because right now we're both going to work.
Okay, so first of all, when I'm mad, I still give head too.
That is absolutely not correct, sir.
Are you serious?
I promise you, I can't wait until you get mad at me and I'm going to put my...
You gonna put it in my face?
I sure am. Stand over top of your bed.
Are you mad, is you?
I thought you said that you gonna do it regardless.
Like that.
Eat, bitch.
I don't like it though.
I got a question for you, Patrice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, if you're mad at me, don't just do it like that. Like, wait till I'm a little bit back. Wait till I'm a little bit back.
What do you mean? Wait till you a little bit.
If you're mad at me, and I will do that, but just let it.
I'm not waiting at all.
No, you gotta let it die.
I'm not
down
waiting at
a
all.
little.
I'm walking up to you as soon as you start yelling and say, "Hey, you know what time it is."
So, all right. So you say that the women have to take so much, right? Mm-hmm. I'll give you some of that.
Oh, thank y'all.
And I'll give you some of that because I have twin daughters. And my daughters, and we have taught them what they are to do, how they are to be, and whoever ends up with Kayla and Kiera are going to be not lucky. I mean, we call it
they're
lucky.
Gonna be lucky.
They're gonna be blessed.
They're gonna be lucky. Our daughters are fun as shit, and they're very responsible, and they are very aware of what it means to be a wife.
Yeah, and they're not green at all, and they know how to do what they got to do. I don't know what that meant, but they're like their mother. So they've been taught that. I don't want my daughters to be with a nigga that don't know how to court something like that or be able to be with somebody like that.
So where are the classes?
My perspective is a little bit different than a lot of men because I have daughters where I don't want your fucking son just putting his dick up in my daughter.
Right.
Because the good thing is they know their worth and they know their value. You might catch them twerking at a party or something, but they know their worth and their value.
And why is it that we always say that? That's another irritating point. Worth for women is tied into having sex.
What you mean?
They know they worth. It doesn't mean that Kayla and Kiera may casually decide that they're going to have sex with someone.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me.
Say that again.
That has nothing to do with their worth if they casually decide to have sex.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, I know it hurts to hear, but the truth of the matter is they are.
Because I want their husband or their boyfriend to know his worth.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. They know, they come from us.
Yeah.
So, casual sex and shit.
I mean, wasn't this casual at first? We are now.
Isn't it always?
We are now. You're my boyfriend, right?
It's casual motherfuckers, man. So, if they come from us, I understand how they might feel about that. We don't. It's not taboo to us like it is to a lot of people. Yeah. However, anyone that has them will know that, or they know their worth, and they know that they're diamonds.
But okay, so is Yana Van Zant and Oprah going to host seminars for men to learn how to be husbands?
Fuck no.
Why not? I mean, it's a bunch of men talking.
So listen to what Kev on stage said. There's not a market for that for men.
It may be.
There's a market
never tried. No one's never tried. Yeah, I think it is.
The only market you will have for men to be better husbands, and this is no shot.
Oh, please don't say it.
This is no shot.
We are live.
Because I am
We're
not
live.
Disrespectful to any faith whatsoever. But the only men that will go to a seminar that will teach them to be better husbands are Christian men.
That's a big market.
A huge market.
So what's wrong with that?
What I'm saying is,
you act like it's only two people that's Christians.
They being manipulated too.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because I got daughters too.
Yep.
The question is this. It's a two-part question, but the first part, do you want your daughter to propose to a man, or do you want do you want a man to propose to your daughter?
First of all,
nope.
Do you want a man to propose to your daughter?
I want a man to propose to my daughters. I do not want my daughters.
First of all, before any man proposes to my daughter, I have to deem him worthy. So it ain't even going to be are they going to propose to a man, because I won't accept that as their father, because I know their worth.
Roll them eyes.
However, the man that decides to take my daughter's hand in marriage will have to come to me and explain to me his intentions with my daughter. And then, as he does that, I'm going to have to look him in his eyes, because I'm giving my daughter and I'm giving the responsibility I have of her off to him.
So, yeah, I
So
would
it ain't
not
gonna
want my
be-
daughters to propose to a guy. No.
If they do that, they're gonna have to elope.
No.
So that goes to what you were saying. Then that's the reason why there's no market, because ultimately the man is choosing the woman. It's not the other way around.
I feel like we choose you in order to be courted for the proposal to come for marriage.
But you don't even decide that, because I could court you all day, but if I don't say, hey, you my girlfriend, then it's still nothing.
And if I say that you're not my boyfriend,
Then we'll just move on.
right?
But see, a lot of
I feel
people
like
are
it's a
okay with
mutual-
that now. Like, so many people now are moving like that. Like,
But that's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
I mean,
think it's just the age and where they are and the age that we're in. I think we're at a new age, and it's another.
We're at a new age
I'm
at the bottom.
gonna go a little. What's it called? A conspiracy theory. I feel like it is a problem for the Black community because the more that we promote not being married, I feel like it's gonna have us leading to extinction
And we're already dead last on the marriage rate.
Hold on.
because we won't actually be intimate. Like, think about it. All of our kids, none of our kids really want kids. They are not interested in marriage. So it's almost like without forcing it, you're.
So you think, okay. So we had a discussion earlier talking about our grandparents and how young they were and how big their families were.
They're not even that big no more because everybody done scared you so much. Don't have this many kids. It's too much work. Don't have kids at this age because it's too much. But then if you have kids after you graduated from college, after you found your career, the window as a woman to have a child is only like 5 years available. Right. So part of having these big families is because your grandmother started having kids at 14. Not saying I want my kids to start having kids at 14.
But no, you're right.
But the earlier you have
and
kids,
nigga was
the
like
bigger
30.
your families are. Yeah. But now, like, even I was talking to my aunt today, and she was like, "Yeah, I want there to be." She called it a curse to be broke on our family because people were having kids young. But I feel like, if that's your line and your path, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. See, I don't live with those kind of regrets, feeling like I had Kaylin Kiera too young.
Okay, well, do you think? Okay.
And I don't think it would be.
I get it. I get everything you're saying, but like now you look back at our life. We had Kaylin Kiera at 20 years old.
Yeah.
You were pregnant at 19. The first pregnancy was at 18. Mm-hmm. So there were so many hurdles that we had to get over. Mm-hmm. Like right now, Kaylin Kiera is the exact same age they were when you were pregnant for the first time. Mm-hmm. So looking at them, it's like, damn, that's where we were. Mm-hmm. We got them right to where we were at that age.
Right.
The hurdles that we had to go through, I believe in order for the next generation to get better, we have to do better. Now, what I did and what we did is very rare because you don't have a lot of teenagers that had kids that end up where we are, about to be 40 and our kids are going off to college. That don't happen a lot of times. So, like, our story is very fucking rare. And we went through a divorce. We went through a divorce and a whole lot of other shit to get there.
What's the rare part of the story? Us still being together, or
what I'm saying is in today's
successful?
age.
What's the rare part of the story?
That's what I'm saying. In today's age, it's rare, but in our grandparents' time, it's not rare. So what I'm saying is for Kaylin Kiera.
No, I said what's rare? What is the rare part? The rare part of us. What's rare? That we're still together?
Yes.
Okay. I see what
yes. At that coming from that age, going through what we went through. So all I'm saying all that to say, I would not want Kaylin Kiera to go through a lot of the hurdles and the obstacles and the fucking the lack of and just fucking having to figure the shit out. I want them to be able to just not do what we did. Just go through college, find what they want to do in life, and then be able to have kids. So I don't think it's because it's later. I think it just gives them a better shot.
I still don't agree with that. I just don't. I don't agree with that because by the time you done gone through college and found your job, you done spent so much time alone.
Yeah. You're damn near 30 years old.
It's super hard to then invite someone into your life. It's like, oh, hey, I now have my own house, my own apartment. I have this career. And on top of that, for women, so now you are now a supervisor or a manager at your job. And now you're pregnant for the first time, but you're still expected to operate as if you don't have kids, show up no matter what. It's so much like pressure. I almost would rather that kind of, I know it sounds weird, but happen when you're in those entry level positions than when you get to the position where you're like a manager or a supervisor, because it is really going to impact your career. Do you know how many celebrities, I'm talking about like artists, and how many women in general find it hard to know when to have a child because of their career? I mean, Alex and Felix and half the freaking track team all scheduled themselves to have babies at the same time in order to have them during their off season. Alex and Felix actually got let go from Nike because she was pregnant. So it's not that easy for women to be like, hey, get your career, didn't have a baby. Because it impacts your life.
Right. So you're saying they should have them young?
I'm saying that I want people to do what's naturally for them. I'm not going to tell them, anybody, to not, I wouldn't even say that, not to make the mistakes that I made, because I don't feel like it was a mistake. I feel like everything I went through, and I feel like no matter what age you have kids, get married, find your career, go to college, you're going to go through the same fucking challenges.
I'm not saying we made a mistake, because I don't want it to be that.
Well, that's how it sounds to me whenever I hear people
because
say
we were intentional with what we were doing. We knew, like, we knew. We know when it happened, how it happened. We were intentional, and we know why it happened. So I wouldn't say mistake. What I would say is we didn't understand fully what would follow. And I want them to be able to develop a little bit more.
I think the key word here is planning.
Planning?
Something that we don't do in our community.
We don't like that shit, though.
Planning,
yeah, that shit.
I feel like that actually takes away from the natural occurrence of people having babies. Think about a lot of times, like, people when they are planning to have kids, how hard it is because it's not natural. Because you're like,
white people shit.
Yeah, that's European
no,
shit.
it's not. It's really not. It's people, all people.
A lot of people do plan.
I literally just named like athletes that were black that planned to
athletes are a very small portion of society.
I think I'm just
we have to admit that our culture is trash.
Yeah.
we don't do things correctly.
Yeah, so we had Janine said there's a rarity in all ages. My husband lost both parents to cancer and then had cancer himself at 35. My kids were 7 and 3 when he had cancer. It was hard. And that's true. But I feel like, so if he was 35, 7 years from now would have put him at 28 when you guys had your first kids.
Yeah.
And I do feel like no matter what, I feel like no.
And Janine is white, and Matt said her husband, that is white people shit. Planning fucking
Did he
pregnancies
say that?
and shit. It's white people shit.
But no, like I feel like it does depend on, it's just different from everybody. And then Rena, like she said, none of hers were playing. She was a teen mom, and she still did everything that she needed to do. And shit, she got a new damn baby right now.
Fuck that. More power to you. Congratulations, though.
I bet that having that baby right now with the less energy that you don't even have the same amount of energy when you were 18 that you have right now. I ain't gonna tell your age, but we the same age. So I can only imagine how hard it is to keep up with a damn baby. I would be in a straight jacket right now. Hats off to you guys.
Yeah.
For having this little baby running around.
Let me tell you something about us.
God.
Let me tell you something about us right now. Nigga, we are no way, shape, or form able to have a baby. Like, somebody asked me to babysit. I was what? Are you crazy?
Oh my gosh. Kayla Kiera would be mad at us. They would not have a life. You are the second parents. I'm going to put on all the emergency forms. Kayla and Kiera and mine.
Fuck that. Listen, let me tell you something.
It's not going to happen.
When we were young, we did say, man, we struggling like a motherfucker. But like, when we get older, we going to be living it up. And everybody going to have babies.
Here we are.
And that's literally what we said. We was like, fuck this shit. It's going to happen.
Yes.
And we got a divorce, and we got back together because we set that intention.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
From a man's perspective, what are
the qualities of a wife?
Damn, I would like to be able to get my words out, but
Go ahead.
You got it. Go ahead.
No.
Do your thing.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, it was, but I would appreciate it coming out my mouth.
That means we getting better because I know how to. You want it to come out your mouth. Woo! It's gonna come in your mouth. I don't know what out your mouth.
Not when I'm mad. Go ahead. What?
So my nigga, she mad at me.
That song is not for me.
But you want to just put it in my face.
Yes, you said you'll do it. I said I won't. I'm trying to meet your expectations. Give you what you want.
You do that.
So what's the 3 characteristics you feel
3 characteristics of a wife?
important to have, as a wife?
Number 1.
Number 1.
And you know how people do 3, 2, 1? I'm gonna say number 1 first.
Nope. Okay.
Number 1, because
Yes.
I really want women to understand this.
All right.
Men need and require respect.
Okay.
Like, there might be times, like we said in the previous episode, where a woman might be making more, or especially the way society is situated now with the black girl magic, and sometimes you got to get behind a woman, push her forward, and we're going to rock. Fuck that shit. Let's go. But don't get in that position and look down and disrespect. Not just that, but like just in general, like the way you talk to men. And I'm not even gonna say black women because this is women, period. Because black women get a stigma of, oh, she got a black woman with attitude. Nah, nigga. All women sometimes do this shit. White women, I've had a fucking Puerto Rican woman, bitch, Cardi B ass, them type, like, all of them, like, men don't like to be disrespected.
Okay.
Like, don't talk to me, because if a nigga talk to me like this, I'm gonna hit the motherfucker in the mouth.
Right.
So if I can hit a nigga in the mouth and we just gonna go, but if I hit you in the mouth, you gonna just be like, and I get locked up and we fuck our lives up. Don't do that to me. Don't get in my face. Don't do that.
Right, because you don't know how to control yourself. I got it.
Whatever you want to fucking say. Respect is number 1. Number 2. Sex is important. Even though it's not the main thing it's supposed to be in the relationship, but it is important. It is important. And number 3, we like to be affirmed just as much as you do. At least that's spoken from me.
Okay.
You said affirmed?
Affirmed.
Like
everything.
Words of affirmation.
Everything else will work.
Like, hey, you're doing a
No,
good
I
job.
know what you mean. I just
Affirm, like, nigga, like, I fuck with you. Nigga, like, you mine. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, I want to suck your dick when I'm mad at you. That type of shit. Affirm me.
Okay. Guess I'm not doing a good job.
No. You affirm the shit out of me.
I don't suck your dick while you're mad.
Nah, that's
when
not
I'm mad.
But you suck my dick a lot more than most guys get.
Thank you.
I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
so I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So, and all the rest will fall into play. Like, I don't need you to be the housewife. Like, nigga, we split all that shit. We're gonna do what that has to happen around our house. As far as we go, that's not every relationship, but like, you're better at budgeting and all that shit because, nigga, if I got it, I'm just gonna be like, what we gonna do? What? And I don't know what the fuck happened Monday because I spent everything on fucking over the weekend.
Yeah, they do need a lot of affirmation.
Yeah, so like that, but everything else, that's just our strengths and our weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like when you working and you doing your shit, I'll cook. I don't give a fuck. Like you gotta handle that. I'll drive you all over the fucking place. You gotta go to meetings here and do this there. Like, nigga, we gonna make this shit work. So as far as roles and tasks go, that's just life. We just figure that shit out as it comes. Like,
Okay.
but respect, sex, affirm me too.
Okay. I think that's fair.
And I think women are not taught from a man's perspective what we want.
I feel like Kevin Samuels and all these other dudes say the same thing. You ain't say nothing no different than them.
So maybe
Nothing
it's time.
different.
So maybe it's time for women to understand that these are real men. These are not like a lot of these guys you're talking about that you say I sound like right now. they get a bad rap because women are so used to hearing this soft tone to them, this protective tone, like, this is what you should do to please your man, and this is what you should do. That's predatory.
I don't feel like Kevin Samuels speaks with a soft tone.
I don't.
Nor Derrick Jackson.
I personally,
I don't
me
think
personally,
because women like men.
Personally, I don't like how Kevin Samuels speaks to the women.
It's not soft.
It's not soft at all.
Yeah.
I would be just assertive. I don't have to be disparaging.
So part of the problem, again, as always with this conversation, is that he has yet to ask me, what do I feel is necessary for a man?
I was actually about to.
I can guarantee you guys he was not.
I swear to God on my mother, I was.
You need to stop doing that. You really do. You need to stop doing Janet like that. You really, really
No
do.
bullshit. I really
You
was.
really do.
I really was.
That
I
is,
lying
you
like that,
gotta
man.
stop doing that. You really do.
What do you think the qualities of a husband are?
Honestly,
Or that you would need?
respect,
Okay.
sex, affirmation. Same thing. I feel like I saw this post the other day on Instagram that said love is overrated. I think it is. I think love is overrated. Love does not fix everything. Love does not make everything right. The same way that you want to be respected and talked to in a certain way, so do I. I want that same amount of respect, because if a bitch talking to me like that in the street, I'm going to fight her. So so it's the same thing for me as well. I didn't interrupt you. Respect. The second thing is sex, and not just sex, but sex the way I want sex.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
I feel like a lot of times men have these tricks in their bags that they feel like is universal for all women, and it's not.
The last one, like when you was upside down in the wheelbarrow.
And it works for everybody. No, it's not the case. Like, learn me, learn my body, and pay attention to me. The other thing is that I also want to be affirmed as well. And affirmation is not just by telling me that I'm beautiful, but tell me when I'm doing a good job as a wife. Tell me when I'm doing a good job in a home. It's not just, oh, you look great today, I like your nails. That's not just affirmation. That's not what it's all about. So I feel like the truth is that we all want the same thing, because we're people and we're human and we have feelings, and we all desire to be respected, loved, and affirmed.
That was actually very well put. And I was actually glad to hear you talk about the love part. And I would like to expound on that, like the love. You said love is overrated.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people use love and abuse love.
I agree.
I feel like family. I feel like husbands. I feel like churches. I feel like people in general, once you throw that word love out there, they feel like they could do anything. And because you said I love you, you're gonna be here forever. And it's not the case. It's not the case. I actually prefer respect over love. Because respect is actually a form, extended form.
To hear you say that is very interesting, because all those men conferences, they say your wife wants love and you want respect.
I hate it.
Based
and I
on
disagree
Ephesians
every time.
5. Yeah. And
I hate it.
It's said in most weddings. It's a verse that's read in most weddings. In Ephesians, if you really look in the history of who those people were, it's another European clan.
Yeah, we can't go into that either.
Yeah, but so the Bible is really like a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
So if I'm at one of those men conferences and all I keep getting beat into my head is love your wife, love your wife, love your wife, love your wife. You want respect, you want respect, you want respect, you want respect. Now I'm talking to my wife, not everybody else in the room's wife. My wife says, I actually want respect.
Yeah. Because you could love me and cheat on me, but is that respectful? You could love me and still mismanage our money and spend the money however way you see fit because you're the man in the house, but are you respecting me with what we said is a budget? So I feel like it's just mutual. This is a partnership.
Right.
And a partnership is not based off of love. I think you begin to respect somebody and then fall in love. It's really not love, it's infatuation. Yeah. It's like, it's not even infatuation. It's what's the other word? Lust. Lust. That we believe is love.
Right. So
Patrice is on fire tonight.
that's why I feel like this go around is just different for us because
you're learning to respect me and not just love me.
I'm learning to look at our relationship as a partnership,
Yeah,
and in looking at our relationship as a partnership, I have no choice but to respect you because you're my equal.
Right.
But if I look at you like a husband, as the way we've been taught as most men, I'm looking down on you, and I'm expecting you just to look up and respect me. But at the same time,
we're supposed to be side by side. But 12 and 6, like we always say, you watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Yeah, nigga.
You're telling me something is behind me and I need to watch out. I should respect you enough to hear that.
right.
And you should respect me enough to hear that if I tell you to watch out.
Yeah, so sometimes it's hard for me sometimes to hear it coming from you because I'm like, nigga, I'm protecting. I got all the perimeters.
And then you duck and that shit hit me in my face.
Shit,
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, we like 12 and 6. You do this shit and they gonna hit me because you like, she said that shit was coming. We should have moved.
And I'm
leading.
I got a question for y'all. Since we're talking about respect. Modern days, right? A lot of women are working, just as much as men. When we're talking about respect, right? Generally, husband has their lane, a wife has their lane. Do you think a lot of modern women respect the lane that they're supposed to be in?
I think that is the problem. The lane you're supposed to be in. The lane that you're supposed to be in is the lane that your home says you're supposed to be in. It's not the lane for you in April. Y'all lane is not our lane.
Well, when I say lane,
saying?
right, it's certain things that a man's got to do, just in general in life, right? That
Name those certain things.
For instance, being a protector, right, or
protecting the household physically.
I don't know. There's just certain things that men are required to do that I feel like, me personally, a lot of women trample over, and they don't respect the man's lane. They want to trample over that, but if the man was trying to come in their lane, then it's a problem.
What's their lane and what's our lane?
I mean, it all depends, like you said, on your household. But like, for instance, let's just say the neighbor is blocking our driveway. You walk out the house as a woman and go next door and cuss out the motherfucking neighbor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally hear you with that. And I do think that those matters should be handled by a man.
Nigga smack your wife.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go kill this nigga.
Right.
Now I'm going to jail.
I go from having a good day at work, coming home, hey honey, blah blah blah.
No, I agree.
Now I'm in jail for life.
I think sometimes the reason
You
why
can't just slap my wife. I have to kill you, dog.
well, we wasn't respecting the person when we walked up to him. So according to you, if you're feeling disrespected, you're gonna hit somebody.
No.
That's what you said. So the dude felt disrespected. That's why he smacked the girl in the face.
And he saw her as his equal.
Well, not even that. Even if he just cusses your wife out, he cusses your wife out.
And then you gotta cuss him out, and then that goes to a whole lot of shit.
Whereas though, if you would have went over there, it's like, hey, bro, hey, can you just move up a little bit, bro?
So I'm gonna say this. This is what I see that happens a lot. A lot of times I warn Daniel of danger and shit that ain't going right. Like, hey, you know the neighbor keep parking and not fucking parking.
No, you doing the right thing.
I always have to say, hey, babe. He like, it's not a big deal. He gonna come back out. He just ran in the house. All right, so I'm waiting and I'm waiting. So okay, the second time, hey Daniel, the babe in my the guy's in my parking space. He don't do shit, so I gotta wait. The third time I'm done waiting.
Oh, that's never happened with us.
You don't take nothing nowhere near as serious as I do until the third, fifth, fourth.
Oh yeah, because they don't be bothering me.
But by that point, I'm fed up. Then I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to risk it all. Cause I mean, You should have handled it when I asked you to handle it. So how about me telling you that there's a threat and you not feeling like there's a threat? I'm a woman. I'm more sensitive.
But see, look what you're doing right now.
So then you should know.
You're not.
Has that ever happened to us?
You're not respecting the man's lane.
Has that ever happened to us?
He's not respecting me.
No.
There's a
I'm
threat.
saying, has that ever happened to us?
Yes, Daniel. There's so many things where I've been like, hey, don't you think this?
I didn't mean for it to go like this.
A nigga was parked in our driveway?
Oh God, I knew that's what he was talking about.
What are you talking about?
He don't even see this as a story in reference to all things.
Oh, nah, because you made it like I just let a nigga just sit in our driveway and I wasn't going to say nothing.
Ain't nobody was just talking about
Well, man, get your bitch ass up out my goddamn driveway,
That was
nigga.
the example.
I'll tell you what, I saw a lady in Mexico slap the shit out of somebody. She could have went real south.
I'm not trying to, like, I wouldn't put us in that type of situation. And I would hope you would put us in that type of situation.
I think unknowingly you don't see the urgency for me.
The last time I almost...
And I feel like that's when that happens. When a woman then steps out of their lane and it's like, okay, enough is enough. Now I'm about to rile everybody else up.
But see, if a man don't feel like it's that serious, then you should respect that.
But I'm the one running late to go get the kids. I'm the one running late to work.
No.
Not inconveniencing you because the person is gone at the time that you are driving. It inconveniences me because it causes me to run late. So, of course, it's not a big deal to you. But if it's a big deal to me, it should be a big deal to you.
No, yeah, if we're talking blocking driveways, yes.
Yes.
I will go address that immediately. But, you know.
Our driveway's never been blocked, though. That's why I'm really
doing
confused
it.
about it.
She's using that as a metaphor.
I'm not doing it. He don't know how to do it. He don't know how to do it. He just don't. He literally does not
So,
know.
in your opinion, based off the clip, are women...
Good segue.
Are women in today's age fit to be wives, and how should they learn how to be wives?
I feel like we should probably just altogether just stop having seminars that teach such a blanket statement. Because I even hate the fact that I said this is what women want. It's actually what I wanted. Those three things that I named.
Yeah.
So I feel like
because some women might want love.
Yeah, some people might.
Some women might want to be slapped and called fucking whatever.
That's true.
They be some nasty motherfuckers.
Some women don't want to work no more and is looking for somebody to take care of them.
Right.
So I mean,
some women want a high value man because they don't want to do a goddamn thing.
I don't think it's.
No, they like Drake got the bitches lined up trying to get that Birkin bag closet.
But you literally said not doing a goddamn thing.
Okay, well, she's his, I got you.
She's his what?
His wife. His helpmate.
Whose wife?
Drake.
He doesn't have a wife.
I know.
Okay, so you missed it this time when he was trying to do a whole analogy.
He missed it.
But no, like, yeah, I totally understand that. Like, that's why I was saying, like.
What she do? Mm-hmm. It's always an exchange.
Yeah. But she probably do like wife shit. She probably want to take care of the home, clean up, cook, be cute and pretty all the time, bathe the babies, have multiple kids. Nothing wrong with that.
Or tell the maid to do it.
Huh?
Or tell the maid to do it.
I would love to be in a society where I could actually take those roles back on. But unfortunately, the way this economic system is set up, both of us got to work.
Well, what if we get to a place where
I think, honestly, truthfully, Daniel, I think you would resent me if you were still working. And I think that happens a lot in marriages, too. Because you would resent me because you wouldn't know all the things that I was doing to keep up the home. I mean, let's be real. Until you stopped working in overtime with the fire department and staying and being home with me while I was doing the edits and doing all the other stuff that I was doing, you didn't have a clue of how much stuff I was doing at home.
Nah, I didn't.
So I feel like if you're out there getting the what's it called, the bag? What is the bag?
Making
$1 million, 1,000? What's the bag? What's in the bag?
I'm just working.
It depends on what your goal is.
Okay.
Because that's not the bag that I'm looking for. But
what I'm saying is that when you're not there and you're doing the work and I'm home, I do feel like it ends up leading to some sort of resentment.
Yeah, but you're not like just a fucking housewife. Like, you got a whole lot of shit going on. Like, your computer is always...
I know, baby, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I just stopped working, I stopped working and I started taking care of the home, it would still be something that's not up to your standards because you're very fucking OCD. And I'm not dealing with that. And I feel like eventually you'll be like, if you're not greeted at the front door with my open mouth, you're dissatisfied. I really do. I feel like that will happening?
You got me sounding like a savage.
You are.
You got me sounding like I walk in the door
nigga,
and I'm like, I want my dick sucked now.
You are not as fucking Namaste and Praise Queen and Grand Rising as you fucking portray yourself to be. You know how you just supposed to don't talk close to these the scriptures and actually live it. Stop Grand Rising, everybody. Stop doing this and allow yourself to have the ears and hear yourself. Okay?
Wait a minute. Well, I need to just press these gunshots one more time.
Yeah, you not fake ass Namaste nigga.
I'm a Namaste ass nigga. What you talking about?
Yeah, it does take a lot of sacrifice, Janine. Like Janine said,
What?
In order to live off of one income, it does take a lot of sacrifice, and that's the sacrifice that Daniel is not willing to make because he still want to go out. He still want to do all the things. That's not for our life, and so you do have to make a lot of sacrifices to live that way. The way our relationship is set up, we both have to be working.
Partnership. So we do what works for us. So another woman might look at that and be like, bitch, you gotta go work, bitch, fuck that nigga, he bitch ain't it. No, we do work for us because eventually you won't have to work no more. But you like to work. So if you choose not to, whatever. Or, shit, you might get the motherfucking bag and I might not have to work no more.
I get the bag. What's it? The Fumble It? What's that song?
I get the bag if it was the Fumble It.
Oh, is that the Migos, right?
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
get the bag. Some shit like that. You
You know the fucking song. Stop acting like you don't know.
I do like that young nigga shit. I love that young nigga shit.
Stop acting
I be pulling up to other niggas' house listening to Scarface, but the whole time I've been listening to fucking Future and Young Dolph for 3 hours.
You be that old nigga pulling up next to young people blasting the music like, I'm cool too, guys.
Nah, I stopped that shit.
I
stopped that shit because
Young Dolph is older.
He's
but,
like our age.
Nah,
yeah,
I know.
but it's still like
Young nigga vibe.
really not like
I like Young
our
Dolph.
shit.
Fuck with Dolph.
I like Young Dolph. I really, really like Young Dolph a
She
lot.
like Dolph and Moneybag Yo.
I do.
Like Memphis niggas.
I do.
She always
I
used to
like their
Memphis.
energy.
Yeah, it's like 3-6 Mafia shit.
You ever been to
I
Memphis?
totally disagree with the fact that it's 3-6 Mafia.
It's Memphis.
That just because they from Memphis don't mean they rap like 3-6 Mafia.
Their fucking whole albums be sounding like old 3-6.
It does.
The music. Oh yeah, the music, but I don't think the actual lyrics and
For those who have
songs
ears.
about, right. Here we are.
That's my spin-off
Here we are.
podcast.
So let me ask you a
For
question.
those who have
Are you
ears.
fit to be a husband?
In the beginning, no. Now, yes. In the beginning, I don't think I was fit to be a husband because I didn't know what it meant to be a husband. Even though I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
My example was that of what most of us got. And I didn't understand what it meant to be a husband.
Got a good question. Were you unfit to be a husband because you were scrambling trying to be a father?
Nah, I just think I wasn't husband and father.
Because a lot of times we get it backwards. Like traditionally, it's supposed to be husband first, then father. But you were father first at 19 years old.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck about that. Like, I don't necessarily.
You saying you don't give a fuck about it, but I was there.
No.
Do you think it affected your
You had twins at 19 years old, bro.
I don't think I.
I mean, Jesus
I was
Christ.
there.
I was
I don't think I knew how to be a husband or a father. Everything I did was on the job training. And I just figured this shit out the best way I could. And I'm still figuring out to this day how to be a husband and a father.
absolutely on a daily basis because I change
Nigga,
often.
we go through shit today and it's just like, damn, I can't believe I'm still fucking doing this dumbass shit. But still learning. And it gets better.
Okay.
You heard me? Okay.
Yeah, it's only been 20 years.
And again, he didn't ask me if I was. I waited. I gave a
Are
pause.
you?
Hopefully, you don't swear on Miss Mines again.
I didn't do it that time
did wait.
because I wasn't going to. But are you, Patrice? Renee Adams
The
Myers.
one-sided conversation. I feel like I'm interviewing Dave sometimes.
Man,
It's like, nah, I feel like the same thing I had to learn. I do feel like having the girls at the same time as trying to learn to be a wife was a challenge, and it did impact where I put my energy at.
Okay.
Because I was more focused on being a great mother than I was in being a great wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do believe that it affected
Excellent
it.
answer.
Yeah. And we just
That's
had to
a
learn.
truthful answer.
Yeah, you didn't tell the truth. You just kind of dodged it.
No. Speaking to me, what she just said, you had to be there.
You know, this motherfucker is kumbaya. He don't do shit
He
wrong.
totally dodged the
Yeah,
question.
man.
He just gave a bullshit ass answer.
All right, what was the question?
I asked
Are
you.
you?
Am I fit to be a husband?
No. He said, "Are you? Do you believe that having kids impacted your effort to be a great husband?"
For the second time.
And the answer is just yes.
No, say that one more time. Let me hear that. No. Because I really.
I'm not repeating it.
Do I
not
think?
repeating. That's my new thing, y'all. I'm not repeating shit. I'm giving two. I'm not doing it a third time. I'm not doing it.
Do I think having kids impacted my ability to be a better husband?
First. At 19.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I actually always wanted to be a father.
That's not an answer.
But I had to always knew that I always knew.
Just pull out the book of Daniel and just read us a quote.
For those who have ears.
I don't know how to answer that question, man.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or
It's
no.
not a yes or no answer.
Daniel's not real good at pointing out his flaws, so that would be a hard question for him to ask.
I don't think my being a father affected me as a husband.
Okay. Well, vice versa, both. Like.
No, I think it was just how I was supposed to be.
Okay.
I think I fucked up equally as a father and a husband.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I'm still
You feel like just in general, you just a piece of shit at 19 is what you're saying.
At 19, dog, man.
You wasn't quite great.
I mean, everybody's a piece of shit at 19.
I didn't have the maturity and I didn't even understand what I was getting myself into.
So this is one of my problems. So how were our grandparents and our great-grandparents mature at 12, 15, 17, having babies and still with their husbands, but we always use this excuse of, oh, you're not mature yet.
That's why I said I would like Kayla and Kiera to take their time.
No, that didn't answer my question.
What?
Why are we now immature, but they were mature?
They
were 12. I know.
I'll tell you one
of my
reason
cousin's
why.
grandmothers that was 14 having her first kid by a 30-year-old.
They didn't have access to what we have access to.
Which means we should be brilliant and more better prepared.
Should be. But also, if you have more access to things, you have more access to the darkness and light.
That's fair.
And darkness looks more attractive when you're not really ready for it. When your mind is not developed, darkness looks more attractive than the light.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at the mind development, but I do feel like the access to more things does impact the maturity that we experience now.
Like, man, fuck that. That bitch look good.
Would it be fair to say that maybe getting married first, getting to know each other, and then having kids would be that would ultimately be what I want for my kids?
I think that is ideal. I do feel like that is whatever age Kayla and Kiera decide to do it. I literally whatever age. I would support them right now if Kayla came to me and was like, I found my husband at 19. I really would.
What if they say, I don't believe in the institution of marriage?
We interviewed somebody who got engaged at 17 and they're still together. Yeah. And so I feel like if that was their choice and they spent like the next 2-3 years getting to know each other and then decided to have a baby, I do feel like marriage first, understanding each other, getting the flow of your home, then kids is the best thing. It's the same outcome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, married first is ideal. What say you to people that don't believe in the institution of marriage?
Excommunicate them from our community, because at this point we have to start from scratch. We can't afford it.
I feel like it's not that. I feel like a lot of people, just like with religion, have a problem with religion like they do with the institution of marriage. I don't feel like people really have a problem with being lifelong mates. I think no one likes anymore what it means to be, quote unquote, a husband and a wife. Truly, I don't even like what it means to be. Yeah, I just don't feel. I feel like
you don't like what it means to be what?
To be like a wife or to be a Christian. I feel like there is when you put those kind of labels, I feel like the expectation is not that of strength.
Okay.
To be a wife.
So what do you call yourself? Like, okay, so first of all,
we're just in relationship.
We're in relationship.
Mm-hmm. I only say husband and wife shit for everybody else.
I understand that.
Yeah, to simplify it.
No, I understand that.
Because everybody talking about Jada and Will like a dog when they said they was life partners.
Yeah, like really, we don't like. Yeah, you're right. I say, yeah, even when I introduce you, it feels weird to be like, hey, this is my wife, Patrice. It's like I can't really say in words what you actually are.
Yeah, you're my life partner.
I can't say this is my me.
This is my life partner, Daniel Myers.
Like, they'd be like, oh, you.
We should normalize that. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, here's the funny thing about us. We're not married traditionally on paper, even though we introduce each other as wife and husband. But we're not, but at the same time, we've seen situations where
I even feel more accepted by people by saying we're husband and wife in certain rooms.
Yeah, because motherfuckers will be like, oh,
yeah, I feel like
that living in sin shit and
the whole time. Respect on the relationship.
But the fucking stupid thing about people that say that shit is we have been married before.
Somebody told you you were living in sin?
Oh, yeah, that's why I got kicked out of the church. I think I say this every episode.
Yeah, we got to stop saying that.
I'm not going to stop saying it because Redemption Ministries kicked me out of the church because they called me a cancer. And they did not want me. It wasn't a Jezebel. It was a cancer. And they did not want me to infect the rest of the church. And I was also told that I was going to be taking multiple mule dicks and going back into
mule dicks.
Mm-hmm. It's a verse in I think Isaiah where the people of Israel were being slutted out because they didn't appreciate God, and she read that verse to me and told me I was going to be slutted out.
She could be slutted out taking mule dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, just tell her you taking your money and leaving.
What did I say? Honestly, I just said, I love y'all. I'm out. That's it. Because in that moment, I didn't feel like there would have been anything that I could say that they were here. I'm not for arguing with people that don't hear me. Like
what I don't
and I already kind of was expecting it, so I wasn't shocked.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of like don't really follow the institution of any religion any longer. Because if you're revered and you could tell someone that rekindle with the father of their children that you're a slut and you have to leave because you're a cancer.
They're the cancer.
And you're going to take mule dicks and be an orgy.
That's the funniest part to me.
And you're like, your mental is not even like there. And anyone that follows that shows where their mental is. Because you're not the only person that those people have excommunicated. That is why
I'm almost certain during them snow days, everybody wasn't just scooping up snow. Stop playing with me.
So it's like, even with the way we call ourselves husbands and wives, it's just to
appease people.
What are we?
Life partners.
Life fucking partners. And as long as we fucking in the mix together.
Yes. And we just constantly working on being fit. Constantly working on
fit
making sure that I'm meeting his expectations, and he's constantly working, determining or working on meeting mine. And so I feel like never get comfortable in a marriage. Never think that you know what the person's going to like tomorrow, ever, for nobody, because we don't even like ourselves every day.
Nah, nigga. So, and sometimes we want shit today that like we going through some shit right now where I feel like.
What he say, Kevin Samuels? What?
He got a Kevin Samuels setup over here.
He do look like Kevin Samuels Jr. over this motherfucker.
Is it the moon rock?
The moon rock.
The salt rock. Sorry.
Damn.
You is set up over there though.
But yeah, like our shit is different, and because of that, like I want to explore. Like we've seen when your grandfather have to go through fucking hell dealing with the death of his wife, and at the end of the day, our affairs,
Even though they were married,
and
they just didn't have that paperwork in order, power of attorney, medical power of attorney. So that 59 years of being married meant nothing.
So now we set our legal shit
or
up.
a will.
If we set our legal shit up in wills, trust, set your fucking insurance up for your partner, who's your beneficiary. That's what the fuck you gotta do. It don't matter. Your fucking beneficiary and what we do is who the fuck we are and what we say it is. And that's bound by law.
All right now. So.
Are you fit to be a wife?
I'm learning every day.
And I'm learning every day how to be fit to be a motherfucking husband.
Yep.
And whoever is lucky enough to have our daughters, they better be in shape.
For
fit to be a husband.
Oh, okay, I got you. That was all right, y'all.
So this has been another episode of Divine Purpose Podcast.
Gotta get out of here. Straight talk, no chase. About to record next.
Yes, we love you, we honor, and we praise you. Peace.
Namaste, bitches. Peace.